we're still playing to win these games. We believe that Trey Lance has improved. Of course, they traded for him from San Francisco last season, but they believe Cooper Rush gives them the best chance to run. Their entire offense has been here. You mentioned the job he did filling in for Dak, getting them off to that start that year. And so, I have to imagine at some point, is there a Trey Lance package? Does he come in some sort of quarterback activated run package? Just give him a little juice.
Actually spotted this ball a little bit short here, Greg. So third down and a couple inches. Cowboys waiting to snap it, and now Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout.
Timeout. Dallas, their second of the half. 30-second timeout.
Going the long way, and of course, once they've gotten in field goal range, both field goal units have been a mess.
Just need a little bit right here. Third down, less than one. Elliott, the running back. He's got it. Spins away. Gets stopped shy. Deron Payne there to finish him off. There is a flag in the backfield.
Holding. Offense, number 86. That penalty is going to be declined. Result of play, fourth down.
So Dan Quinn's defense again comes up with a stand. Payne was in there. Darian Mathis as well.
Yeah, take a look here. Schoonmaker, he just tackles Dante Fowler. You can see him. He's calling. Now, Dante Fowler, he's one of those guys that came along with Dan Quinn from Dallas. He comes in today with 8.5 sacks, but Dan Quinn, Joe Witt, the defensive coordinator, said, yes, he's always been a pass rush specialist, but we've been using him in short yardage situations for that exact reason. He stresses these tight ends big time.
There's the second block of the game for Washington special teams. They got one field goal, now they get a punt. Darian Mathis, Deron Payne were both exploding through the blockers. Both had their hands up. Let's take a look here and see who got it.
Yeah, Larry Izzo, the Commanders special teams coach. You see, they just drive the long snapper, Trent Sieg, all the way back to the kicking point, and that's just two big bodies on a long snapper. There's just very little for him to do. Really well designed. That's twice now this Commanders rush unit's gotten a big block.
And it was Mathis. Commanders continue to dominate the field position battle. Drive begins inside the 40. Robinson is stopped right away. Immediate penetration there from Marshawn Nealon, who's in his first game back. And then a tackle from Odigizua. So the Washington offense that is scoring more points per game than any Washington offense since their Super Bowl winning team in '91. Top 5 in the NFL overall. Today, more like the last couple weeks than the first 2 months.
This is what we were talking about earlier in the first quarter. Kingsbury's got to evolve. There's got to be a 2.0 version of this system.
This might be some of that. Looking long instead of check down. Robinson was open. First down, Commanders.
Yeah, and you said it. Yes, he is highly accurate. Jaden Daniels, his accuracy numbers to start the season were historically good. But everything was really underneath. It was ball control, RPO, get the ball out of his hand, and yes, it was working. But now as teams continue to bring more second-level defenders, they only play with one high safety like Dallas is here. There's a lot more cloudy windows along this second level of the defense in the passing game.
They see looks like that more than any offense in the NFL. This is a dangerous throw, and it's ripped away. Golston has it. Chauncey Golston, the interception.
Pressure, but take a look at Chauncey Golston. So both guys who impacted the play were actually on the backside. It was the pressure that sped the screen up. It didn't allow Sam Cosmi, the right guard, number 76. He can't get out in front of Robinson on the screen because of the overshown pressure.
So something that's been sorely lacking for the Cowboys shows up there. Takeaway, and then guess who? Frankie Luvu slamming Dowdle down in the backfield.
I mean, his sixth tackle of the day already. And again, we've just seen him impact the ball. This time he's off the ball. Just a real quick read on the running back screen, and he just beats Beebe, the center. His speed pursuing the ball just puts so much stress and angles on these offensive linemen. And now on the next play, he's going to line up here on the end man on the line, and he could drop, he could rush the passer. Just gives him so much versatility.
Rush underneath for CeeDee Lamb and a short gain, and it's 3rd down. For more on Louvu, down to Pam Oliver.
Yeah, Joe, Frankie Louvu credits the Commanders coaching staff for helping put him in the best position to succeed. He also credits the legend of the game, and everything he taught me still applies to this day.
He went from Green in New York to Carolina, now his first season in Washington. His rise has continued. Rush under pressure. Hits Lamb, who's crossing, who juggled, and that cost him any chance to gallop free. Pulled down by Benjamin St-Juste. It's a short gain, and the Cowboys unable to take advantage of this great starting field position. 4th down.
And just the effort that he plays with, he's blocked. Just gonna, oh boy. He doesn't like Hoffman blocking him there to the end, and he's lucky they didn't see that right hook. That was dangerously close to a punch, and I think Frankie Louvu was lucky that the officials, it was away from the ball and nobody saw it.
So they get the ball here. Dallas does at the 50. 3 plays, they gain 2.5 yards, and the punt team is out there. Anger to punt it to Zacchaeus. Last one was blocked. Payne again shot through there. Short punt taken at the 16-yard line. Dallas back on offense, or Washington back on offense.
Oh, it's got them 2-game win streak going into the bye. Feeling a little bit better down there in New Orleans, that's for sure.
2.5 left in this first half. Been an ugly game so far. 3-0 Commanders. On first down, Austin Eckler stopped by Donovan Wilson. So the questions continuing for this Washington offense. And you looked at the last 2 games, and really good defenses, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. This is against a defense, yeah, they're getting healthier, but only the Panthers have given up more points this year than Dallas. Washington still trying to find their rhythm. On 2nd and 7. They'll take it down to the 2-minute warning. We'll take the break. Back to finish off this first half. 3-0 they lead. Trying to exact some revenge on their longtime rivals. Dallas has won 14 of the last 20, 5 of the last 6 meetings. They blew the Commanders out both games last year. Roles have reversed, though. It's the Commanders in the playoff picture this time. 2nd and 7 out of the 2-minute warning. Under 100 yards of offense so far. Noah Brown splits a couple of tacklers, gets a first down.
And now with that first down, now they can get rolling into their 2-minute offense. Clearly Dan Quinn wanted to get it under the 2-minute. Last thing you want to do is give Dallas the ball back before the half.
Daniels had to get rid of it quickly with the blitz coming there. Outside Terry McLaurin, stopped by Butler. That's the first catch for McLaurin. 1 game after he's held the 1 for 10 yards.
I think, again, in this system, he traditionally just plays on the left side of the formation. It's all part of this air raid type foundation. He's up here on the top.
Zacchaeus.
You know, so the challenge is when your best offensive weapon only plays one side of the ball. And I understand why they do it. They do a lot of up-tempo. They don't get in the huddle. So they don't want their receivers flip-flopping field boundary right and left. But what it does is it really makes him kind of a sitting duck. He's aligned same side, mostly on the ball. It's hard to get him into motion. It's hard to move him around the formation.
1-on-1 to the top against Jordan Lewis. Getting close to a minute in this half. Daniels on the roll. Jaden Daniels will run out of bounds and stop the clock. Partially explains, I guess, why it's been such a boom or bust year for McLaurin. He's got 4 games where he's got at least 100 yards. He's got 4 games where he's had under 25.
Yeah, and so it really just comes down to how much of a priority does the opposing defense have coming in to take him away. And when this offense was rolling and it was the legs of Jane Daniels as a scrambler and a design runner, there was a lot of things to prioritize.
2nd and 8, Daniels pressured. Gets around to Digizua and angled out of bounds there by Overshone. 3rd and long coming up with 1:01. Washington will get it to begin the second half. Dallas's defense playing its best game in a long time. They haven't had a quarter where they've put up a 0 since October 6th when they upset Pittsburgh to get to 3-2.
New defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer. Of course, you remember his really prolific days and his ability to generate. This is a little bit more what we're accustomed to seeing. All these bodies, 6 up in the line of scrimmage.
They're bringing some heat. Daniels out of bounds he goes, stopping the clock at 56 and sending the punt team out there. It's been an ugly first half of this offense.
There's just nowhere to go with the ball, and Dallas has been playing a lot more man coverage these last few weeks. Obviously getting Deron Bland back today makes sense that they feel good about those matchups, and I would argue that the most explosive potential play this entire game is probably when Devontae Turpin is back returning this punt. They got to be very careful they don't give him an opportunity to flip this game before the half.
Took one back week 1 against Cleveland. Comes up, watches this one bounce, and won't have an opportunity.
Give him a chance.
Rush has been efficient so far. Given time, there is the middle of the field, and his tight end, Luke Schoonmaker, for 9 yards on first down. Stopped by Bobby Wagner. They don't use one of those 2 timeouts. Up to the line they go.
And then CeeDee Lamb came up. He actually put a hit on Igbenogany, and the ball popped out. It was actually recovered by Hunter Lipke. I don't think any of it's going to matter. I think they're going to get Igbenogany for illegal contact or holding. But take a look here. CeeDee Lamb, he comes and puts a blow, and watch the ball pop out. Either way, it's going to be Dallas's ball, but they'll enforce this penalty.
Pass interference, number 1. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
4 penalties in this first half, all of them on Washington.
Tell you what, though, pretty impressive for CeeDee Lamb. He went from being frustrated. Someone on the sideline started pointing, like, go chase the ball. He picked it, and then he turned into a defensive back, and he put a stick on him, and the flag wasn't called. Just saved them some points. That was really good effort. That's a good sign. Your best players continue to play that hard in a season like this.
14 seconds, need about 20 yards to get into field goal range. Looking for more, over the top. It is pulled in. Jalen Brooks, 45 yards. There is another flag. 7 seconds.
Just a little double move. St. Juice and Jeremy Chin.
The play is a completed catch. Prior to the pass, illegal contact, defense, number 25. That penalty is declined. It's over the play, first down.
Yeah, that's just a coverage breakdown in that situation, Joe. The one thing you can't let them do is throw the ball over your head, and both St. Juice and Jeremy Chin both lost track of that deep ball, and finally a little life from this Cowboys offense, and they got a shot here to tie this thing up going into the half.
Biggest play of the day sets up Aubrey for his 3rd attempt. He had missed 3 all year coming in, missed 2 in the first quarter. One of those was blocked. This one from 46.
Remember, that last one that was blocked was blocked right over the left tight end, Cooper Beebe, their starting rookie center.
Aubrey trying to tie this game. And he does. Cowboys get points here. 3 seconds still left on the clock. The long completion to Jalen Brooks, who's been seldom used, sets up the game-tying field goal.
Yeah, so go back and look at this catch. Jalen Brooks, he starts on an inside release, and then he starts selling like it's going to be a corner route. So St. Juice is sitting on it. But Jeremy Chin, number 11, he just has to stay deeper than the deepest receiver. The second he gets in a trail mode, all of a sudden these defensive backs completely lose track of where the ball is, and really nice job there by Brooks playing the ball. And then, of course, the Aubrey field goal after a block, after hitting a doink. It's got to feel good going into half.
Có cho bạn anh đấy. Em bây giờ xịt xò lên. Không biết người dân soạn video mình nói. Bây giờ gì? Để không có cái giao nam đó. Và cái tin tư về cảm ngay cái mày đừng có nhớ đâu mình phải sao
tao đang đi tác nghiệp đây có thấy à? Tao đang đi tác nghiệp đây nè. Tao đang đi tác nghiệp đây.